So it's been a minute, and I've been contemplating for a while on how I'm going to get back into doing these readings with my schedule and things like that. Many of you may not know, or many of you may already know, that sainttarot.com is where I do all of my readings. So that keeps me pretty busy. But I've been wanting to get back into the YouTube scene for a while. So this is that. So in the future, I'm sure more people will watch the lives, but this is the easiest way for me to get these readings out at the time. So if you're watching this and it's not a live, no worries. Know that I will be doing lives in the future. If you see smoke, there is a throat chakra incense going, so don't be alarmed. Now, this reading is all about how this person feels about you. Doesn't matter if they're male, female, it applies to your situation. So just know that this is a general reading. So that means that, I'm pretty sure you hear that all the time, but that just means that this reading is for multiple people. Every single thing that I say will not resonate with every single person that watches it. If you want a private reading, look at the information in the description box and it'll tell you all of that. So before we get into the readings, there will be 3 options. I'm sure you know that by now based on the thumbnail. So just choose the pile that is, you're most drawn to, and we'll go from there. Now, if you want to know the outcome of this situation with this person, I have already picked those cards, and it will be available in the description once I'm finished with this live. So keep that in mind. And I will be specifically using this deck. It is the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards. Okay. Happy Labor Day. Hey, y'all. Or hey, you. Oh, it's 2 people on here. Hey, y'all. Okay. So, pile number 1. And this is going to be pretty short and simple. Because, again, this is a general reading. So, I don't like to drain myself too much unless we're doing a personal one-on-one. So, if you pick pile number 1, this is how your person feels about you right off the bat. It says, I am ready to move on, but don't be alarmed. That doesn't necessarily mean that they want to move on from you. If you are in a situation where there has been a third party or where this person has not been able to make up their mind, I feel like this person is coming into an energy of clarity. If you and your partner have been just going back and forth for years, never truly being committed, I feel like this person has evolved. This person has matured and they're ready to let go of childish ways. That's for some of you. For others of you, this person, and you'll know if it's more of that harsher energy where they're ready to walk away from the relationship just based on what you guys have been going through recently. If you feel like this person is no longer giving you the time and the energy and the effort that you deserve, then you know what this means. And for some of you that are going to watch this, your partner is going to be feeling like you feel this way. So that's why they're going to be behaving in a certain type of way, because they feel like you're kind of on the fence. So that's how they're going to act. So let's get into it. Now, this is no particular spread. I just did it in a 1, 2, 3 type of energy with a message of advice here. So these are just raw energies of how this person feels about you. So we've got the 8 of Swords. So this person feels afraid to lose you. This person also feels afraid to tell you how they truly feel on the inside, because they're afraid that you may not feel the same. And that can go on the good side, just meaning that they're like super madly in love with you. And they don't know, they're afraid to tell you the depth of how they feel, because then it means that they have to act on it. And I think that's the part that's giving them anxiety. But this person is afraid of losing you. No matter what you guys have been going through, no matter what this person is saying or acting like, deep down with this 8 of Swords, this person is afraid of losing you. And this could be related to just certain incidents in the recent past. Well, the 8 of Swords represents the time frame of 8 months. So some of you guys are dealing with commitment phobes. But this commitment phobe, what you should know, if that is your story, is that they are afraid of losing you. If you're dealing with someone who has been doing all of the legwork, has been chasing you, and you're still not ready to commit, you know, you're still not ready to take it to the next level, this person doesn't want to give up, but they are kind of tired of looking like a fool, if that's your story. Okay, I can get into this all day, all long, but that's the essential energy, number one energy that this person is feeling. They're afraid of losing you. I don't want to overwhelm y'all, so we're going to keep it going. So the second energy of what they feel for you, the Two of Wands. So they feel like you guys are a good match. They feel like you guys are compatible, and they feel like you guys have something special that they know they can't just find up the street with just anybody. So but I also feel like they want to continue taking it slow, like seeing where things go. And I think that goes back to this energy here of them having these deep, raw feelings and this fear of losing you, but also not wanting to put like a stronghold on the connection. They want things to evolve naturally. And they feel like you are someone long term, but they don't want to jump the gun on that. They want to see if time will tell on that. But their intuition is telling them that you are the person for them. But I feel like, again, they're on the fence because they've never felt this way or this intensely about someone. Again, if you want to go more in depth, we can do that in future readings. But that's just the surface level of what this person is feeling, okay? The third energy. Oh, wow. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Swords again. So as you see, I mix my decks. You guys will see that in the near future. So by me mixing decks, you got two Eight of Swords. So this is showing that you both are afraid. It's like this elephant in the room. The feelings that you have for each other. It's this energy of the elephant being in the room. So yes, this person feels the same way about you, but I feel like this person is a little bit more fearful of the connection than you. So that's what you should know at this time. Again, if you want to know the outcome, go to sainttarot.com/shop, or just click the link in the description once this is available. And with this energy, it'll tell you how things will pan out. And it's completely free. So I wanted to be super generous, being that I'm coming back. So now, the message of advice for pile number one regarding this situation of this person being fearful of taking things to the next level and turning this into a committed relationship and not really, you know, just know that this person, if you choose this pile, or even if you're just watching all three of them and this is part of your situation, just know that this person, it's not that they're waiting on you to make the next move. They're just trying to get all of their ducks in a row. So be patient. Just be patient. And also, if you're dealing with someone who's manipulative, don't give in to like this energy that they're trying to give you of like, don't give in to any ultimatums. Don't give in to any like unnecessary arguments. Like this person is just really afraid of the connection. And sometimes they may say things they don't mean because of that. And it's the same way on both sides because we have this Eight of Swords here. And the number of the numerology in terms of 8 represents power, and it also represents the 8th house of commitment. So this person does want a committed relationship with you. They're just not ready. Now, the message of advice for you. Okay, it says keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, again, if you want to know the outcome, see the description box. Moving on to group number 2. And if you're watching this now or just in the future, feel free to leave a comment. I would love to connect with y'all. Okay, let's see. So yeah, when I was shuffling, and keep in mind, I don't look at these cards. If you are an OG subscriber, you know I'm the real deal. So I just felt like, you know what? I'm not about to waste time shuffling on camera. I have a million decks. So this pile number 2 was the only deck that had 2 cards from my deck about like love and stuff like that. So we'll get into that. Well, let's get into it now, actually. Okay, so how your person feels about you. Now, this is a message from your future partner. So whoever it is that you're currently dealing with, we'll get into that. But just know that there may be someone else coming into the picture. So you may be looking at this thinking about one person, but there may be someone else coming in the future. And it says, I am someone new that you will meet in 1 year. So I feel like this pile has a lot more single people in it. Just know that. And if you are single, know that give it about a year, things will start to develop. Don't lose your patience. But if you are dealing with someone that you want to, go the distance with, this is how this person feels about you. It says, the thoughts of you turns me on. So this person is thinking with their private part and not necessarily their head. So, and it doesn't mean that they're not thinking with their heart either when it comes to you. Whether you guys have been intimate or not, this person is really like super, super attracted to you. Just know that. Like pile number 2, if you're single, there are people that are interested in you, but take your time because some of them may only want to just sleep with you and then just be friends later. So that's for you if you're single and kind of looking. If you are dealing with someone and you're serious, know that this person is all into you. They may not know how to communicate it though, okay? And they may be kind of like trying to control you with sex and intimacy as well. So that's for some of you. Now, card number 1, how they feel about you. We've got the Devil card. So again, I knew it. It has something to do with like sex, romance. This person wants to sweep you off your feet. This person does not want you to be with anyone else. That's first and foremost. This person wants you eating out of the palm of their hand. And to some degree, you have them eating out of the palm of your hand. And this person is kind of like obsessively thinking about you. They think about you a lot. That's something that you should know. Number 2, the High Priestess. Yes, they feel like you're a soulmate. They feel like, and they don't, I feel like this person doesn't really know too much about soulmates and things like that, but they understand the gist of what a soulmate connection could be, and they think that you are that for them, whether they believe in that or not. They feel like you are kind of out of their league to a degree with this High Priestess energy being here. They feel like you are kind of shy, mysterious, and aloof, but that is what makes you magnetically attractive to them. I do feel like whoever picked this pile, this person that you're thinking about when you're watching this, they have never met anyone like you. And they're interpreting their feelings as like sexual energy. So I feel like this person may be a little emotionally immature, not in like an attractive kind of way, but just I feel like you're more experienced when it comes to relationships with this person than this person. And this person can pick that up. This person really does want to impress you. This person wants to kind of get you to come out of your shell. This person loves the thrill of the chase. This person feels like you play hard to get, but they like that. They feel like it's worth it because you're doing that. So don't feel like you've got to give into this person's energy with this devil here. Don't feel like you've got to, lower your standards or just do whatever it takes to make them happy. This person wants to make you happy, but I feel like right now they feel most confident doing that in the bedroom, and maybe not necessarily in ways that you truly want, because the High Priestess is very intelligent. She's like what is it called? A sapiosexual, the person who's like really turned on by like communication and intellect and things like that. So this person may feel more like a fire sign, even though I know Capricorn is more of like an earth sign, with, did I say Capricorn? Even though the Devil card represents Capricorn, which is an earth sign, this person, it feels like this person you're talking about has a lot of fire in their chart, which can make them just very sexually charged. And to you, I think that kind of feels like a red flag. And that's why this person is they do one thing and then they do something the next, because they don't really know how to approach you without making you feel like sex is all that they want. They are really mainly focused on their sexual attraction to you, but they are open to seeing where it goes from there. But I don't think they have any serious long-term plans, but they do like you. They are attracted to you, and they feel like you can be someone good for them, someone who can ground them, someone who can teach them things, and someone who can help them grow as a person, okay? 3, the third energy, we've got the 9 of Swords. Yeah, this person You give this person butterflies. You give this person, you make this person nervous, whether you know it or not. If you pick this pile and you recently met someone and the energy is like super intense, super powerful, know that again, just like pile number one, it's felt on both sides. But I feel like this person, if you chose this pile, know that you're not going to have to make as much effort as you used to in the past in relationships. This person is going to be all over you in the near future. The Nine of Swords represent the energy of 9 months. So this person, be careful. This person may want to like get you pregnant. This person is a little like obsessive with this devil energy, especially combined with this high priestess energy. This person feels like you were kind of sent from above, so they don't want to let it go. They're not going to let you go easily, but they still have some growing to do. I feel like this person is less mature than you, so there are going to be times where you feel like the connection is a little too much, and it's going to bring out a lot of fears within you with this Nine of Swords. I just feel like this person is really going to help you grow if you continue dealing with them, but there are going to be a lot of it's just going to be a lot of up and down, back and forth. It's going to take a while, at least 9 months, for things to get out of this sex only type of energy and more into something concrete and traditional. And I feel like that's something that you should know. Okay, your message of advice, if you picked pile 2 regarding love, it says free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So this is relating to how you've handled, it's definitely spirit telling you it's time for you to take a look at how you deal with relationships, how you deal with conflict in relationships, how you give and receive in relationships, because the devil card represents like an unequal balance of energy, an unequal exchange of energy. This is the card of temptation. So I feel like in the past, a lot of you guys may have been cheated on, and it's created some really deep wounds within you that make you kind of not want to deal with anyone. Like you want to be single, but this person is going to keep pursuing you. So with this message of free yourself, it's saying that it's time for you to stand up in relationships, not just take what people give you, but to make sure you get what you want out of the relationship as well. And it's not just another connection where you're giving, and they're taking. Okay? Just like I said before, if you want to know the outcome of this situation, check the information in the description box, or just go to sainttarot.com/shop, and it is there for free. Okay? Moving on to pile number 3. Okay. All right, last pile, guys. Oh, well, I guess this one has 2 energies too. So, let's see. All right, so if you chose pile number 2, relating to how this person feels about you, you've got 2 cards. So pile number 2 and pile number 3 got 2 cards. So I feel like if you were drawn to pile number 2, definitely check that out, okay? So how this person feels about you. It says, prove to me that you are different. So I feel like this person is kind of on the fence about the connection, and that's because you don't really express how you feel as much as this person would. I'm not going to say as much as they would like, because they like you for who you are. They know, they understand how you are emotionally wired. But I feel like they've been lied to in the past, or they made the wrong judgment calls in the past. So this is why this person is kind of tiptoeing around the connection. But you got a second card here, so let's see. We've got so in this deck that I have here, there are letters in it. So O. And what I'm intuitively picking up on with this O is X's and O's, hugs and kisses. Now, forgive me. I think the X represents hugs and the O represent kisses. If it's vice versa, then you know what it is. So I feel like this person wants to be more than friends, but they want to make sure that they're making the right decision. I feel like this person is, whoever chose pile number 3, I feel like most of you guys are dealing with people who are hiding how they feel about you. But know that this person does secretly have feelings for you, but I think, they were definitely let down in the past. So, and they accepted partners that required them to do all of this work, all of this work. So now when they go into new connections, being that connection with you, they want to see you make a little bit more effort. But I don't want you to hear that and feel like you're not doing enough, because I really do feel like you guys are. But I feel like this person has codependency, or I don't even know if codependency is a word, but codependent issues. Not necessarily where they're super needy, but I feel like they have a tendency to attract needy partners. So, and it really kind of always goes left field. So I feel like this is why this person is kind of treating you like loving you from a distance, liking you from a distance, because they want to make sure that you're not going to be overly dependent on them. That's just for some of you. Before we get into the cards, another thing that I'm picking up on with this prove to me that you are different is that this person is kind of unsure about what it is that you want. So they're kind of dragging their feet. They don't really know if you really want what they want. So some communication needs to be had with pile number 3, okay? All right. How this person feels about you. Hey, Kiko. I hope I said it right. Or Keiko. Hey, girl. All right. So how this person feels about you. We've got the Lovers. So if you chose pile number 3, know that this person that you're dealing with, trust your intuition. They're meant to be there long term, but you still need to take your time before diving headfirst into the relationship, because it's going to send you on a new path that's going to teach you new lessons, because this person was sent to you by the divine, by the universe, to teach you those lessons, okay? So just know that how this person feels about you is that, how can I say it? Obviously, the Lovers card is one of those soulmate cards, but they feel like you're the one. I almost can't even say anything after that. They feel like you're the one, pile 3. But again, I feel like this person is not wanting you to know that. Not just yet, because that will make them feel too vulnerable. Moving on. Yes, it's me. Yaya. Hey, girl. But yes, and I may actually get new readers to be on the channel because I'm so busy, but it'll be me for a while. Yep. So, how this person feels about you with this Knight of Pentacles. They feel like you're someone that they can have a family with. They feel like you are on top of things, like you are wife material or husband material. If you're a man watching this, you're someone that they want to marry, even if they've never thought about marriage before. They see them growing and building with you. They feel like you take your time when it comes to jumping into relationships, and I think that that's why they've got this like confusion about where you stand. So know that this person may want to move a little bit faster than you want to, but they're trying to go at your pace because you are someone that they want to be with. So I feel like how this person feels about you, if I could speak from them to you, they're saying the ball is in your court. This person is waiting on you to make the next move. This person is kind of, again, I told you, pal number 3, whoever you're dealing with, they have a history of being codependent or attracting codependent partners. So this person, I like this person for you, pal 3. Again, this is a general reading, so if you're dealing with like a crazy person, you know I'm not talking to you, right? But if you're dealing with someone who, really has just like a softer energy and makes you feel safe, that makes you feel supported, then you know I'm talking about that person. This person is genuine. This person is willing to put all of their other options to the wayside for you, because they see your worth, they see your value, and they feel like you're a good person. And I feel like they see your struggle and they respect how hard you work. This person really respects you. They're not just like, pal 2, where it was all like raw sexual chemistry. This person really has some emotion behind their attraction to you. Yeah, this is, I can't even move on from this card. This person like wants you to meet their family. Don't be afraid if you just met this person like a week ago. No, they want to take their time with it, but they see you as wife type, husband type material. If y'all don't have kids together, or Like they want to have a family. And for some reason you make them think this way. Previous partners didn't inspire this in them. So you really make them want to grow up, mature, and have something solid. Okay? Moving on. Knight of Swords. So just know whenever the face cards come out, this is representing energy. So obviously this person, you could be dealing with an air sign that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, whether that's in their sun, moon, or rising, or you could be dealing with the earth sign. It could be vice versa, right? And that is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in their sun, moon, or rising. But regardless of if that is not your signs, we're looking at the dynamics here of these two energies together. So you both have very strong personalities, but I do feel like you guys are less compatible than I would like in this type of energy, but I feel like this person wants to make it work. This person is the type that's not going to give up easy. This is the type of person that fights for what it is that they want. So I feel like a lot of you guys that are actively watching this, at whatever point you may be, like maybe in the past you used to go really, really hard for love, but then, you know, you got your heart broke. Somebody chose someone else over you. You dealt with rejection in the past. So it made you to just kind of like stop putting so much effort into other people. And so you started focusing on yourself. And maybe you've been single for a while. With this Knight of Swords being here, it's showing that this person is going to step up to the plate. So for a lot of you guys, this is someone that you've known for a while and they just kept dropping the ball. And they kept letting you down, and they kept just doing things that made you feel like it's not something stable, or that it's not something worth investing in. But this person is growing because of you and because of this connection. So how this person feels about you, just to make it plain Jane, with this Knight of Swords, it means that this person wants to tell you how they feel, but they want to wait until the time is right. Because they know they've messed up in the past, whether it was with you or just with other partners. They really want this thing to work. Okay, that's just something that you should know. I'm not going to go too much deeper into it. If you want a private reading, check the information in the description box once this live ends. But the message of advice for pile number 3. Ooh, children. It says your love life is being affected by children. So for some of you, again, this is a general reading. For some of you, you may be dealing with someone who has children, so they have other obligations and things like that, and they haven't been giving you the time, the effort, and the energy that you deserve. Or just putting this to the side for a minute, this person may have overlooked you in the past, maybe thinking that you weren't ready for the things that they wanted. But now they're starting to see you in a new light. They're starting to see you as, like, this is giving me 6 of Cups energy. They are starting to see you as someone that they can settle down with. I feel like if you chose this pile and you are kind of on the fence about how to handle this person because they give you hot and cold energy, just keep doing you. And this person is going to grow up. Like, they're going to be forced to grow up if they want to deal with you. Don't back down. Like, if you feel like this person is not doing something correctly or not treating you right, like, don't keep trying to like have a conversation about it. Just show and prove and make them meet the standard. Like, don't go back and forth with this person. This person has to grow on their own. And the only way that you're going to see that develop and happen is if you focus on you. And then things will come full circle. And I actually feel like you guys are going to commit to each other and have a family, if this isn't already the case. So this may be something that someone that you actually end up having children with. If you're asking about how this person feels about you, this person wants to have a family with you. This person wants to have things like marriage and long-term commitment and family dinners and family vacations and just all of the cheesy good things that we secretly want deep down inside. But this person doesn't want to look like a fool. This person, wants to save face and they want to seem cool, so they're trying to play it off. And they want to make sure they're not choosing somebody that doesn't want that just as much as they do. So when you feel emotionally stable and safe to do so, open up a little bit more and you'll see this person come around and you'll see that this is something long-term and that this is a person that you can build a family with. Okay? So, have to say it again. I'm getting used to these pick a card readings, so I have to say everything multiple times. But if you want to know the outcome of this situation using this deck here, check out the information in the description box, and it will be there. But thank you guys for watching. I'm going to do 2 more lives today, so just keep an eye out for that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all. Wait, I don't know how to end this live, y'all. Don't laugh. Okay. There we go.